Hi guys, welcome back to my vlog. Today we're going to be talking about the 10 most important tips any diver should know. Let's get on into it. The most important tip I can give any diver is to never ever hold your breath. Always breathe normally when you're diving. Holding your breath can cause air embolisms where bubbles enter the bloodstream and can be fatal, so never hold your breath while you're diving. Make sure when you're diving that you equalize frequently. While you're descending, the pressure will continue to build, so you have to make sure you equalize your ears and sinuses. To equalize, you can either wiggle your jaw or plug your nose like this and blow. That'll pop your ears and equalize your sinuses so they don't erupt while you're underneath the water. Equalizing frequently can help preserve your ears and prevent damage. Going with the current is an important tip of diving. Always make sure to swim into the current at the beginning of your dive since you'll have more energy, and then go with the current back to the boat on the end of your dive. This will help in the long run so you can kind of go with the current on your way back instead of having to fight it to get back to the boat when you're already super tired. While you're diving, do not ever touch any of the coral or wildlife species. You want to make sure when you're diving you're trying to preserve all the coral species since if you do touch it, they could die. By not touching any species while you're diving, this can help save them and yourself because you never know what you're going to touch and the background information about those species. Also, having good buoyancy helps to prevent you from crushing into coral reefs, which helps save everybody in the long run. Make sure you are constantly checking how much air you have in your tank. This is going to prevent you from running out in the middle of your dive and having to get on your buddy's alternate air supply. Since at the end of the day, you are responsible for how much air you have in your tank, and you have to be responsible enough to check it on your own to make sure you have enough to complete your dives. Always return back from your dive with 50 bar or 500 psi in your tank. This is going to ensure that you have enough air for a 3-minute safety stop and to get back to the boat. You want to make sure you have enough air to safely make it back to the surface where you can switch out to your snorkel. Always complete your pre-dive safety check where you verify your equipment and your dive buddy's equipment. You want to make sure there are no leaks and that all your equipment is working correctly before you go diving. This helps prevent accidents that happen below the surface when you're too far down to just swim right back. Always dive within your own limits. Don't dive at a certain place, time, location just because the rest of the group wants to. If you don't feel comfortable, don't dive. Know what you're comfortable with when it comes to diving, so you set those limits for yourself so you don't have to go too far outside your comfort zone to where it could be dangerous for you. Before diving, always know the dive signals. Since you can't verbally communicate underwater, this is key to being safe and successful. Know some of the basic symbols like okay, ascend, descend, problem, how much air do you have, safety stop, and out of air. Knowing these signals will ensure that you have a successful dive and you are able to communicate with your group and your dive master. Lastly, always be aware of your dive buddy and your dive group. Don't wander off without your dive buddy or the dive group. If you lose your buddy, search for 1 minute and then wait for them at the surface. It is important to stay with your group and your dive buddy to ensure your safety while diving. Thanks for watching this week's vlog. Make sure to tune in next week where we discuss the facts about coral bleaching. See you then!